Hey everybody, it's MommaOG. I am back with another reaction. Tonight I have a donation request from Steven. Steven has asked me to listen to the Allman Brothers. The song's called Blue Sky. Now he specifically asked me to listen to the one from An Evening with the Allman Brothers, Volume 1. Now I didn't find anything specifically that said Volume 1, but there is something on the cover that says First Set. I'm hoping I have the right video. This is live on U.S. tour, December 1991, March 1992. I am very familiar with the Allman Brothers. I know several of their songs. I do not believe I've heard this, but there is a slight chance. Steven sent me a little note, and I just wanted to read that aloud. Dickie Betts on vocals. First guitar solo was Warren Haynes on the slide. Second solo, Dickie Betts. Then some back and forth. Enjoy. Okay, so this should be interesting. Before we get started, if you would like to request a reaction, you can do so by clicking on one of the donation links in the description below, sending along the information, and I will add it to my queue and get it recorded as soon as possible. Also, I take notes during my reactions, so if you see me looking down, that's me writing down one or two words so that I don't have to pause the song every 5 seconds and that I can remember what I want to say about the song after the fact. I've also got the lyrics pulled up here in another tab. I'm going to follow along with those since I don't have to sit and pay attention to anything in the video. I've got my earbuds in. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Okay.
We got a long time to go this evening, so.
And we're ready, I heard somebody say. And we're ready.
So if you don't hear what you want to hear, that's tough, right? Here's an old song called Blue Sky.
Sounding vaguely familiar.
Walk along the river, sweet lullaby. It just keep on flowing. It don't worry about where it's going. Well, don't fly, Mr. Bluebird.
Yes, I have definitely heard this song. It sounded familiar from the jump once the guitar started going, but I thought maybe, they have a distinct sound. Maybe that's why it's familiar. But that second guitar part after he stopped singing definitely solidified the fact I have heard this, but I have never sat down and paid attention to the lyrics or the music or anything. It's more of a situation where I've heard from someone else playing it, because the Allman Brothers is not a band that I have gotten into too heavily beyond what you would hear on the radio, or I don't know. This has probably been played on the radio, I want to say, but definitely haven't heard this live version. So just wanted to stop it right away and make sure you all know that I have heard this. Just haven't paid attention to it, which I'm going to do very closely in this video.
It just keep on flowing. It don't worry about where it's going.
There's this part coming up here. Yeah.
Well, don't fly, Mr. Bluebird. I'm just walking down the road. Early morning sun to shine. Tell me all I need to know.
This next line,
You're my blue sky. You're my sunny day.
definitely heard this.
Oh, you know it makes me high when you turn your love my way. Turn your love my way.
Okay, so he said this was Warren Haynes on slide. Maybe? Doesn't sound like a slide guitar. Maybe this is Dickie Betts. Bass line too. Some of that bass as well. Now that sounds like a completely different guitar. Maybe it is a slide. Yeah, it very well could be. Yeah. So this must be like the back and forth part. My dogs are in the room with me. Wow.
Thank you.
That was very cool hearing that, a live version of that. Yeah, it definitely definitely know that song. I believe they play that quite a bit on classic rock radio stations, but I have never heard a live version. I have to say, I'm not sure I've heard a whole lot of live Allman Brothers stuff. They sound incredible live. And you know, back with older bands like that, that wasn't always the case. But yeah, the Allman Brothers are just not a band that I dove into beyond what was played on the radio, or what, you know, every now and again Mike will play stuff from them. He's quite a fan of their music. And I also made note that, you know, I've done some Tedeschi Trucks band reactions, and I know that Derek was a part of this band at one point, or he's related to one of the Allman Brothers. Some, I can't remember what it is, but the ties, there's some strong ties there, and it makes perfect sense to me, because that stuff reminds me of this, of the Allman Brothers music, and this was reminding me of Tedeschi Trucks Band. So for the first time, I was actually musically able to make that connection in my brain, which was really cool for me. I don't know if it was cool for you, but I've listened to all these Tedeschi Trucks Band songs, and I've known the connection between that band and the Allman Brothers Band, and just never phonically had gotten it until today. So that's really cool. Stephen, I'm sorry that I had heard this before. I have not heard this particular live version of it. It was absolutely incredible. Kind of blew my mind a little bit that they sound so amazing live. I'm probably going to need to check out more on this album. I'm sure that everything I've ever heard from them is on these live albums. So that will be yet another rabbit hole for me. Thank you again. Appreciate it. Thank you all so much for being here to watch. I will see you next time. Huckleberry. River, you leave him alone. Aww.